Hi, I'm Marisa and welcome to class today. This is going to be a short sequence of poses to open up your chest and upper back. They're back bends, so it's a back bend sequence. The first thing that you need, if you have one, is a mat and roll it up like this. And if you don't have a mat, just use some blankets or something that's going to make about this shape. If you happen to have two mats, then you can have one on the floor, but you can just use whatever flooring you have and place your folded mat on the ground. And then come sitting facing away from your roll, feet on the floor, hands behind you, extend the torso, and then lay down over this roll, this mat, or whatever you have, and make sure that the mat is underneath your shoulder blades. Keep your legs bent, hold on to the back of your head. I'm just tucking my shoulder blades under a little more now, and I suggest you do that too, unless they're already tucked under. Holding on to the back of your head, lengthen your neck, drawing your head away from you, and take your head to the ground, and then extend your arms overhead. You can have your palms facing upwards towards the ceiling or the sky, but have your arms engaged and also lengthen your fingers towards the fingertips. So that means that the arms and the hands are not passive. And then try to relax your belly and the low back. And here, belly, low back passive, legs still bent, and arms extended. And then, as soon as you're ready, extend your legs. As long as there's no low back pain, extend your legs and reach out through your legs, flexing your feet, reaching your heels away from the center of your body. Still active arms, stretching all the way through to the fingertips, and feel that roll underneath your shoulder blades, lifting and opening your chest. And then you can relax your legs, let them bend, feet on the floor. Take your hands behind your head and lift your head up. And you could roll to your side, otherwise take your arms by the sides of you and come all the way up and out. You can take your time, and as soon as you can, adjust your roll so that it's the long way on the ground. And this roll should be mimicking your spine, or giving you the idea that this roll is your spine, because you're going to lay your backside over it on your spine. So sitting just a little bit away from the edge of the roll, legs bent again, hands behind you. Use your arm strength, extend your torso, use strengthen your back and your abdominal muscles to help lengthen your torso, and come laying down over this with an extended trunk. And then this time you can relax your arms completely at your sides. If you happen to be pretty long in the torso, and your head is coming off the edge of your mat or your roll, then just take blankets or something, towels, so that your head is not falling off the edge. Relax your arms so that your torso lifts in the center line of the trunk of the torso, and then it's releasing to either side, so away from the spine and down. And then straighten your legs. You're not going to be here long. This is just the beginning two positions where you're laying over your roll. So let yourself relax so that you can feel what it's like to be a little bit more connected to your body, a little bit more feeling your body. And let the torso in the center, the midline there, lift and open with very little effort on your part. In fact, that lift and opening will happen more if you relax your limbs more, if you're more passive and quiet, and allow yourself to really slow down. Taking your time to come out, can bend your legs and roll to the side. Either side is fine, and use your arm to help lift you all the way up. Feel free as you transition from one position to the next to go slow, to go at a pace that's good for you, even if it's not staying with me. You can always stop the video or do what you need to do. Come up to sitting, and I'm going to suggest that you have this rolled blanket or mat, like a mat. Relax your legs and let your buttocks sit up on the top of it. And then take your hands on your lower legs and inhale and draw your shoulder blades, your chest forward. Exhale, draw your shoulder blades and chest back. In your own pace, on your own time, inhaling forward, exhaling back. You can close your eyes if you want and gaze at the third eye. You can go at any pace that feels right for you, quick or slow or somewhere in between. And you can begin or continue now and just keep going. Keep going and feel your chest, the upper front of your torso, and your shoulder blades, your upper back and the back of your torso. Feel those areas moving, and they're moving together, both forward and then back. And feel that you're developing some heat, some warmth in the body, some awareness in this upper part of your torso. And see if you can move just a little more deeply without overworking your low back, without kind of pushing hard either forward or pushing hard back. See if you can go for these last few moments a little deeper. Keep your chest lifting. Relax your legs. Then come to the center and inhale long and deep through your nose. Hold the breath. Lift up on your pelvic floor, draw your navel in. This is the root lock. So that means rectum, sex organs are drawn up, navel in, lift your chest, drop your chin a little, hold the breath. Gaze at the third eye and try not to strain anywhere in the body. And then exhale. Relax for a few moments here. And then as soon as you're ready, hands to your shoulders. Just one more sitting position right now. Hands to the shoulders, elbows out from the shoulders. So don't let the upper arms drop down. Inhale to your left, exhale to your right. And then just keep going. You can close your eyes if you'd like. Gaze at the third eye. Breathe freely. Inhaling left, exhaling right. Come back to the center. Inhale long and deep through your nose. Hold the breath. Same thing as last time when you held the breath. Lift up on the pelvic floor, navel in, lift the chest, chin down a little. Hold the breath. Gaze at the third eye. And then exhale. Relax with your palms up over your legs. If your eyes are all the way closed, open them. And take your time coming around onto your belly. Come all the way down. Take your forehead to the ground. And have your hands be on the floor just for a moment so that your fingertips are aligned with your shoulders. Extend your legs and press your thighs down onto the ground. Pull your shoulders down your back towards your back waist. Then from here, keeping your legs active, take your hands and interlace them around your backside and lengthen your arms. And then raise your arms up as high as you can toward the ceiling, keeping your hands interlaced. Keep your legs active, straighten your arms the best you can and draw them up and in the direction of your head. Then keep your arms long and active and pull your arms down so that your hands are hovering just above your buttocks. Pulling your shoulder blades towards your waist, lengthening your arms towards the palms, towards your feet.
And then keeping your legs active, press your thighs into the ground and lift your head and your upper torso up any amount you can without straining your low back. Keep looking at the floor in front of you so you don't harden the throat in front or ache the back of your neck. Extend your arms, extend your legs, and draw your torso forward and up any amount that you can without strain. And then lengthen forward and come all the way down. Take your head down and relax your arms at your sides. And then from here, take your hands to the floor again so that your fingers are aligned with your shoulders. Engage your legs, press the tops of your feet into the floor, press your thighs into the floor, draw your elbows by the sides of your body, and then draw your torso forward and up any amount that you can. So your hands are on the floor there by your shoulders. You can push your hands into the floor a little to give you a little more height, and maybe you go higher than me, but just no low back pain. Look at the floor in front of you, shoulders away from your ears, lift your chest. And then you come out, come forward as if you're pulling yourself forward over the top of your mat and rest your head on the floor. You can relax your arms wherever you want, at your sides or on the ground beside you. And then from here, adjust yourself just enough so that you can take your hands onto the floor so that your forearms are on the ground and your hands are about shoulder width apart. So in order to do this, you already have to have your torso lifting. So allow for that and engage your legs right away. Press your feet into the ground and press your hands into the ground and act as if you're pulling your mat in the direction of your elbows as you draw your torso forward and up. Broaden your collarbones, pull the shoulder blades down your back, lift your chest, look forward in front of you. So just to be clear, let me say, you're pressing your palms into the ground and your forearms, and you're acting as if you're dragging your hands down your mat, kind of in the direction of your elbows or in the direction of your feet there at the back of the mat as you draw your torso forward and up. No low back pain, no neck pain, so you have to come lower if you're aching anywhere. But then those of you that can go deeper than this, keep your legs super active. You can press your pubic bone, your pelvis in towards the floor. And then begin to lift your elbows off the ground, lift your chest, and then maybe you can straighten your arms and maybe keep them bent. But active legs, active arms, lift the torso, especially at the front of the body. You're lifting your torso from the pubic bone towards your collarbones, lifting your chest, looking forward in front of you. And then come out, draw your torso forward, 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 forward. Rest your forehead on the floor. This time relax your arms at your sides. And then from here, go ahead and lift up and come around onto your backside. And so then this time when you come onto your backside, legs bent first, extend your torso, but you're just laying yourself on the ground as before you were laying yourself over the prop earlier. Then from here, tuck your shoulders under and take your arms underneath your body, palms facing down on the floor, underneath your body. And then extend your legs. You can have your legs all the way together, have them together. Point your toes. So the legs are active and you're pointing your toes, your feet. And then from here, just your kind of neutral position with the torso and the neck and head. Notice your sternum chest, or the center of your chest, and focus your attention on that part of you, because that part's going to lift upwards towards the ceiling or towards the sky. And your palms and your forearms, which are on the ground, on your backside there, they're going to push down into the ground as you lift your sternum chest and just let your neck and head release back behind you. From here, keep your legs super active, press your hands and forearms into the ground, and lift your sternum chest, the center of your chest, upwards as you allow your neck and head to fall back. Or maybe your head's on the floor, maybe it's not. Either way is fine. Just don't feel that you're having any strain on your neck. If the back of your neck's bothering you, you need to come out and just relax for this one. And then to come out, go ahead and release, come all the way down and all the way out. And just for a moment, rest with your palms up at your sides. And hopefully you can begin to feel your body taking on a slower pace, but that also you're feeling very alive, like there's there's I don't know, maybe I want to describe it as an expansion or as an opening. Maybe it's just a warmth that you feel more energy, the blood moving through your body, you feel more warm because because you've been doing a few things and the body is warmed up. It's more free to even do the movement. And that should continue as we keep going. But this slower pace, this like quieter sense that I hope you're feeling at least a little bit, is happening because you're releasing tension from doing these positions, these postures. When you're ready now, bend your legs and roll on over to the side, either side, and then come onto your hands and knees. You can take your time. When you're ready, press your hands and fingers into the floor, straighten your arms, and then exhale and round in so that you're doing that cat position that you likely know. Then inhale, lengthen the front of the body and lift your chest and look up. Every time you exhale, you're rounding in. Every time you inhale, you're lengthening the body and lifting your chest and doing a back bend in the upper body. Go at your own pace. You can close your eyes and gaze at the third eye, or keep your eyes open, gently gazing in front of you. Okay, inhale, hold the breath and look up. You can look up even if your eyes are closed, looking up at the third eye. Press your hands into the floor, hold the breath. Then exhale. Round in and hold the breath out, push the floor away. Let your low back kind of bubble up towards the ceiling or towards the space behind you a bit as you're rounding in. Then inhale, come back to neutral. From here, keep your hands under your shoulders, or I hope they're under your shoulders, if not, put them there. Pull your fingers apart a little more, press your fingers and palms into the ground a little more, straighten your arms. Then tuck your toes under, keep your legs bent as you come back into the partial downward dog. What I mean by downward dog is your hands are pressing onto the floor, your forearms are long, and your upper arms are long. If you have to bend your arms, go ahead, but best you can, you're trying to lengthen the lower arms and the upper arms and lift the shoulders away from the floor, taking your belly towards your thighs. Let your neck and head release. I want you to feel this because if you can feel your shoulder blades and feel that they're moving up away from the floor, away from your shoulders, that's good. Then move your shoulder blades into the body, which would be towards the chest in front, because then you're back bending in your upper back. Neck and head just passive, just releasing. Try to keep the shape of your upper back as you straighten your legs. Maybe bringing your heels to the ground, maybe not, it's okay if not. Shoulder blades moving towards the chest as your chest opens towards the floor in the direction of your feet. Then from here, raise your right leg up, really any amount, it can be low or it can be higher. Just raise your right leg up so you feel the right side of your belly open. There's spaciousness there. So that then you can bend the right leg and hopefully easily, without too much strain, put the right foot in between your two hands. Then take your left heel to the floor and come on up to standing. But in this one, the forward leg is bent and the back leg is straight. This is warrior or Virabhadrasana 1. So bend the forward leg, straighten the back leg. For a moment, take your hands to your rib cage and turn your ribs towards your right foot. I know I'm a little bit funny angle to see, but you can feel your own body. Holding the ribs, turn the torso towards in the direction of the right foot as you bend the right leg. Then extend your arms forward and all the way up. If it's okay on your neck, you can look up in between your hands, bend the forward leg, straighten the back leg, and lift your chest upwards toward the ceiling so you're feeling back bend in the upper back. And then look forward, pull the shoulder blades down your back, lift your chest. Then lengthen forward, hands to the ground. Come back into downward dog. Best you can with your downward dog. Release your neck and head. Extend your limbs and open your chest towards the floor. Raise the left leg up any amount that you can. Bend the left leg, place it in between your two hands.
right foot onto the floor, come all the way up to standing. Stand here, you take your hands to your waist first, and then maybe a little bit turn your waist towards your left leg in that direction. And then take your hands left from your waist to your ribs and draw the ribs a little bit from right to left. Any amount, even like 1 millimeter will help. Shoulders down your back, elbows towards each other behind you. Then extend your arms forward and then all the way up. So look forward in front of you for now. Straighten that back leg and bend the forward leg a little more. Lift the ribcage and the chest. And then look up in between your hands and then back behind your hands. Feeling your chest opening and lifting into a back bend. Then look forward in front of you. Lengthen forward. Hands to the floor. Downward facing dog. Long limbs. Breathe normally. Breathe freely. Release your neck and head. Feel your chest broad. Feel your upper back broad. Keep this broadness in the upper torso and come forward into plank position best you can. If your legs are active, it will help you in this more. Keep your legs super active. Bend your arms by your sides and take yourself all the way down to the floor. Extend your legs, rest your forehead on the ground. Elbows by your side. Press your hands into the floor. Keep your legs active and on the ground. Draw your torso forward and out. So this little small lift into a back bend cobra position, also at the top. And then come all the way back down. Rest here. Then tuck the toes under, right where they are. Keep your hands right where they are. Lift the knees off the floor. Then engage your abdominal muscles and the best you can lift up into plank position and then back into downward facing dog. From here, walk your feet in towards your hands, or you can jump forward if you know that. Feet together, slightly apart. Drop your buttocks so your belly is on your thighs. Extend your arms forward and all the way up. Chair position. Not my favorite pose, because I'm very tight in certain parts of my body. Bend your legs, lift your chest through here. And then from here, turn and twist around towards your right. See if you can take your left upper arm on the outside of your right thigh, palms together. Turn and twist. You can look up towards the ceiling. If you can easily raise your upper arm up, go ahead. Lower arm down, go ahead. Or keep your hands together, or some variation. And then to come out of this, unwind and come into Uttanasana chair position. Shoulders away from your ears, bend your legs. Then the other side, so that for me that would be the right upper arm on the outside of my left leg, palms press into one another. That'll help you turn from right to left. And then your left arm or upper arm can go up, lower arm can go down. Keep turning the trunk upwards towards the ceiling. And then you can adjust your hands back to the first position if you change them. Then back into Uttanasana. Just for a moment, then all the way up, arms at your sides and all the way down. And then from here, come around. Oh, I do want to say you certainly could repeat that a number of times. I would say up to 5 or 6 times. And then come to sitting, or come to sitting with me right now. Have your legs be in whatever position is comfortable for you. Take your hands on your thighs for a moment. Head upright and centered over your shoulders. Shoulders up over your pelvis. Breathe normally and breathe naturally. This is the end of our short back bend practice for now. Thank you, everyone. Namaste. And then I'm also going to walk over and turn off the camera. I'll see you here again soon.